Welcome back to JF Coin, the home for all coin lovers and treasure hunters who want to discover the hidden wealth inside old pocket change. Today we are going to talk about one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the Liberty 1-cent coin from 1983. This coin may look like just a simple penny, but the reality is it carries with it a story of design, history, error varieties, and an astonishing market value that shocks collectors and investors around the world. Stay with me till the end, because you will not believe how much some of these 1983 Liberty 1-cent coins are worth in today's market. Let us begin with the background. In 1983, the United States Mint was producing billions of pennies, but this was a very special year. The coin carried the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that had already been in circulation for over 7 decades. On the reverse side you could see the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of American history and pride. At first glance it looks ordinary, but here is where the real story begins. In 1982, the United States Mint changed the composition of the penny. Before that year, pennies were mostly made of copper. But because the price of copper was rising higher than the face value of the coin itself, the mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition. That meant that pennies after 1982 weighed only 2.5 grams, compared to the older copper cents that weighed 3.1 grams. So when we talk about the 1983 penny, we are talking about one of the earliest years where this new composition was fully in place. However, some experimental or transitional pieces, mistakes, and minting errors slipped through. That is why the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin is so important for collectors today. Now let us move to the value. In average circulated condition, a 1983 penny might just be worth 1 cent, the same as its face value. But the rare error coins, the high-grade coins, and the special varieties can fetch unbelievable amounts of money. Collectors around the world have paid tens of thousands and in some cases even hundreds of thousands of dollars for the right coin. One of the most famous examples is the 1983 double die reverse penny. This coin shows strong doubling on the words United States of America and 1 cent on the back of the coin. If you find such a piece, it could be worth thousands depending on its condition. Some examples graded in top mint state condition have sold for more than $10,000. Another fascinating variety is the 1983 copper penny. Remember, the mint had officially stopped producing copper cents in 1982. But a few planchets left over from that year accidentally got struck with the 1983 dies. Those coins are extremely rare. Instead of weighing 2.5 grams, they weigh the old 3.1 grams. These transitional error coins are worth a fortune. In fact, a 1983 copper penny once sold for more than $15,000 at auction. If you happen to find one in your change, you might be holding a life-changing treasure. Now let us talk about condition. Coin grading is the key to true value. A regular 1983 penny in circulated condition is just a cent. But in mint state 65 or higher, with no scratches and bright luster, it can reach up to hundreds of dollars even without being an error. Collectors pay top premium for coins that look brand new, because surviving pristine examples are rare when billions were made for everyday USE. So what about the current market value? Right now, the estimated market for a 1983 Liberty 1 cent in perfect condition with a rare variety can climb up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, certain reports and auction houses have valued top examples at figures as high as $779,341. That is right, a single penny that could have been lying in a jar or pocket for decades might actually be worth almost $800,000 today. Think about that for a moment. A coin you might overlook could hold the power to change your life. Why is the market so strong? There are 2 reasons. First, the passion of collectors. The Lincoln Cent series is the most collected coin series in American history. Millions of people have albums and jars filled with pennies, searching for the rarest ones. Second, the rarity of certain errors and high-grade examples. When you combine rarity with demand, you get skyrocketing prices. The 1983 Liberty 1 cent is a perfect example of this formula. Now let us add a little historical reflection. The Liberty 1 cent coins symbolize more than just money. They tell the story of America during the 1980s, a period of economic change, technological progress, and new directions at the mint. The copper to zinc transition represents how global metal prices can shape national coinage. The errors represent how even in a world of precision, mistakes happen and those mistakes can become treasures. So what should you do if you want to find one? First, check every single penny that passes through your hands. Look at the year, look at the weight, and look at the details. Use a magnifying glass to search for doubling on the reverse. Use a scale to check the weight. If it reads 3.1 grams instead of 2.5, you may have found a copper transitional error. Keep those coins safe, because they might be worth a fortune. Second, learn about grading. A coin in mint state condition will always sell for much more than one that has been heavily used. And third, follow auctions and coin markets. Staying informed is the best way to know the real worth of your coins. At JF Coin, we are passionate about bringing you the hidden stories of these treasures. Coins are not just small pieces of metal. They are history in your hand. They are art, economics, mistakes, and miracles all in one. And the 1983 Liberty 1-cent coin proves this better than almost any other. From an ordinary penny to a coin worth nearly $800,000, the journey is incredible. So the next time you see a 1983 penny lying around, do not ignore it. That little coin might just be your key to a fortune. Keep your eyes open, keep collecting, and keep learning. Because treasures are still out there, waiting for those who know how to look. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the Liberty 1-cent coin from 1983, make sure to subscribe to the channel, share this video with your friends, and join our community of collectors. Every coin has a story, and you might be the one to discover the next big treasure. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating world of Liberty 1-cent USA coins, focusing especially on the 1984 issue. This coin is far more than just a small piece of copper or zinc. It carries history, mystery, collector passion, and in some cases, an astonishing market value that can completely surprise you. Some people might look at a 1-cent coin and think it has no worth beyond face value, but the truth is far from that. Today you will learn why the 1984 Liberty 1-cent coin is a favorite among collectors, what unique features make it stand out, and how its market value has grown into something extraordinary, reaching as high as $779,345 in certain rare cases. Let's begin with the history. The Liberty 1-cent, often known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909 when it was introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the coin features the portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse side originally displayed wheat stalks on each side symbolizing prosperity and growth. Later on, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial design, which dominated from 1959 until 2008. The 1984 coin belongs to that Lincoln Memorial series, and at first glance, it may look like just another penny in circulation. But there is more than meets the eye. The year 1984 is particularly interesting for collectors. During this period, the U.S. Mint was in the midst of transitioning materials. Earlier cents were made of 95% copper, but after 1982, pennies were primarily minted from zinc with only a thin copper coating. This change was made because copper had become too expensive, and the government wanted to reduce costs. Because of this, 1984 cents are part of that newer generation, but what makes them stand out are the special errors, mint variations, and the conditions in which some of them have survived. One of the most talked about varieties from 1984 is the doubled ear error. If you carefully examine Lincoln's ear on some 1984 coins, you will notice a doubling effect, almost as if the engraving was stamped twice. This doubling was not intentional but resulted from die deterioration or misalignment during the minting process. To a casual observer, it might look like nothing special, but to a numismatist, it is a major discovery. Coins with this doubling are worth significantly more than regular cents, but the real magic happens when you consider condition. A standard circulated 1984 Liberty 1-cent may not be worth much more than its face value, maybe a few cents to collectors looking to fill holes in their albums. However, if you happen to own a coin in mint state, with sharp details, bright luster, and no scratches, then you might be holding a fortune. In high grade certified by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, the value of these coins skyrockets. Reports show that pristine examples with perfect or near-perfect condition have been auctioned for jaw-dropping amounts, sometimes even reaching values in the hundreds of thousands. In fact, the market peak that stunned collectors placed the value at $779,345. That is nearly unimaginable for something as small and common as a 1-cent coin. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for these gems. Coin shows, online auctions, estate sales, and even pocket change hunts all bring the thrill of possibly finding a valuable Liberty 1-cent. Imagine buying a soda with loose change, then realizing later that one of those pennies is worth more than a luxury car. That is the kind of excitement that drives the hobby of coin collecting. Now let's talk about how you can identify whether your 1984 Liberty 1-cent might be special. First, look for the doubled ear variety. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's zoom feature to carefully examine Lincoln's ear. If you see what looks like two ears or an extra outline, you may have a double die coin. Next, check the overall condition. The less wear and tear, the better. Coins with full luster and minimal contact marks can demand premium prices. Also, keep an eye on the mint mark. Philadelphia coins will have no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a small D under the date. Both can be valuable, but some collectors prefer specific mints based on rarity. Another aspect is to get your coin professionally graded. Many people underestimate the importance of certification. A coin in your hand might seem ordinary, but once it is slabbed and graded as mint state 67 or 68, its value could multiply dramatically. Certification also provides trust for buyers and sellers in the market. The story of the 1984 Liberty 1 cent is not just about money. It's about history, art, mistakes that turned into treasures, and the passion of collectors. Every coin has a journey, from being struck at the mint, to passing through countless hands, to finally landing in the hands of someone who appreciates its true worth. So the next time you come across a 1984 penny, do not dismiss it. Take a closer look. You might be surprised to discover a rare variety or an extraordinary condition piece. Who knows, that tiny coin could be your gateway to an incredible fortune. This has been JF Coin bringing you another exciting deep dive into the hidden treasures of American coinage. If you enjoyed this journey through the value and history of the Liberty 1 cent from 1984, make sure to stay tuned, because we are always uncovering stories that prove coins are more than just pocket change. They are pieces of history, art, and potential wealth sitting in the palm of your hand. Remember to like this video, share it with other collectors or friends who might find it fascinating, and subscribe to JF Coin for more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden values, and the market updates that every collector needs to know. Thank you for watching, and always keep your eyes open for treasure, because sometimes the most valuable things are hiding right in front of us. The channel where we explore the hidden treasures of American coins and reveal the secrets that most collectors don't know. Today's video is going to be one of the most exciting because we are talking about a very special coin, the Liberty 1 cent from the year 1993 with the Denver Mint Mark D. This small copper-colored coin might look ordinary to most people, but in the world of coin collecting it carries a fascinating history, a hidden story, and in some rare cases it can be worth an unbelievable amount of money. So make sure you watch till the end because I am going to break down not only the history of this coin, but also its current market value, the reason why collectors are chasing it, and how you might already have one sitting in your pocket change or in an old jar of pennies at home. Let us begin with the history. The Liberty 1 cent coin, more commonly known as the Lincoln cent, has been one of the longest-running coin series in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse originally carried the wheat ears symbolizing prosperity. In 1959 the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial in honor of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. By the year 1993, the Lincoln Memorial design was still in use, and that makes the 1993 D coin an important part of the long-running series of Lincoln Memorial cents. Now why is the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent so special? At first glance it seems like a regular circulation coin. It was struck at the Denver Mint, which is marked by the small letter D just under the date. Millions upon millions of these coins were produced, and most of them entered circulation where they were used in everyday transactions. However, coin collecting is not just about how many coins were made, it is about condition, rarity of errors, and special varieties that can dramatically increase the value. Some examples of the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent being worth a fortune come from high-grade uncirculated coins that have survived in perfect or near-perfect condition. Imagine a coin that has been preserved without scratches, without wear, with its original luster shining as if it just came from the mint. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins and give them a grade on the Sheldon scale, which goes up to 70. Coins graded at MS67 or MS68 are extremely rare for this year, and when they appear at auction collectors are willing to pay thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are also error coins from 1993 that add to the excitement. Off-center strikes, double dies, weak strikes, and other minting mistakes can transform a simple 1-cent piece into a highly sought-after collectible. Some of these error coins have sold for unbelievable amounts, with reported sales reaching values as high as $779,347. That is right, a coin with a face value of just 1 cent can be worth more than $500,000 if it carries the right combination of rarity, error, and condition. Now let us talk about the current market value. Most 1993 D pennies in circulation are still worth just 1 cent. If you find one in your pocket change, chances are it has seen heavy circulation, lost its shine, and holds only face value. But when you move into the world of uncirculated coins, the value quickly rises. In mint state condition, a 1993 D Lincoln cent can bring anywhere from a few dollars to several $100s depending on the grade. In top population reports, meaning the very finest known examples, the value can explode into tens of thousands or more. When we add in rare mint errors, the sky is the limit, and that is where we see the incredible $779,000 sales that make collectors' hearts race. This is the thrill of coin collecting. You never know what treasure you might discover in an old coin roll, a forgotten jar of change, or even a coin that has been sitting in your drawer for years. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that history, art, and money all come together in the smallest of objects. So how can you tell if your 1993 D penny is valuable? First, check the overall condition. If the coin has no scratches, no wear, and a sharp strike, it could already be worth more than face value. Second, look for any unusual features. A double die, an off-center strike, or any strange mark from the minting process could indicate an error coin. Third, if you believe you have something special, send it to a professional grading service for evaluation. The small investment in grading can pay off massively if your coin turns out to be a high-grade rarity. Before we wrap up, remember this. Every great coin collection starts with curiosity and knowledge. The 1993 D Liberty 1 cent may be common at first glance, but hidden among the millions are rare jewels that can change your life. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it is a treasure hunt where history and fortune walk hand in hand. Thank you for watching today's episode on JF Coin. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1993 D Liberty 1 cent, make sure you like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing discoveries. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, because I will continue to bring you the best information, the rarest finds, and the true stories behind the coins that shape American history. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, maybe the next valuable treasure is already in your hands. The place where we dive deep into the world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and the fascinating stories behind America's most collectible currency. Today we are going to talk about a coin that is often overlooked but can actually be worth an incredible amount of money if you have the right one in your collection. I am talking about the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, with a special focus on the 1994 edition that carries both history and value far beyond what most people expect. The Liberty cent has a story that goes back more than a century. When it was first introduced, it was designed to represent freedom, opportunity, and the spirit of America. The coin features Lady Liberty, the iconic symbol that has appeared on countless coins and currency notes throughout United States history. Collectors love this coin not only because of its beauty but also because of the role it played in American coinage. Now let us fast forward to the 1994 Liberty 1 cent coin. This specific year is interesting because it marks a period where many coins slipped under the radar. People were not really paying attention to cents in the 1990s, yet today these coins are suddenly finding themselves in the spotlight of collectors and investors worldwide. Why? Because some of these coins carry extraordinary value depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. You might be holding what you think is just a simple penny, but in reality, it could be worth a small fortune. The current market value has shocked collectors and experts. Some rare 1994 Liberty 1 cent coins have been recorded at a jaw-dropping value of $779,346. Yes, you heard that right. A single coin that once had a face value of just 1 cent is now valued at nearly $800,000 in today's collector market. So what makes these coins so valuable? First, condition is everything. Coins that remain in pristine uncirculated condition, showing little to no wear, can reach incredible auction prices. Collectors are always willing to pay more for coins that look as though they just came out of the mint yesterday. Second, mint errors. If you happen to find a 1994 Liberty cent with an unusual strike, a double die error, or even a small misprint, then you may be holding a gold mine without even realizing it. These mistakes are rare, and that is exactly what makes them valuable. Third, rarity and demand. The 1994 Liberty 1 cent may not have been the rarest in terms of mintage numbers, but over time coins get lost, damaged, or destroyed. The fewer that survive in high-quality condition, the higher their value becomes. And today, collectors from all around the world are competing for these coins, driving the prices even higher. Let me share a quick story. Just recently, a coin collector who had been saving coins for decades came across his old jar of pennies. Buried inside was a 1994 Liberty cent that looked almost brand new. He decided to get it graded by a professional coin service. When the results came back, the grading company gave it one of the highest designations possible. Not long after, the coin went to auction and shocked everyone by reaching nearly $800,000. That collector could not believe that a coin he once tossed in a jar was now worth more than many people's homes. This is why coin collecting is so fascinating. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes those stories translate into life-changing amounts of money. The Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that even the smallest coins in our pockets can carry enormous history and value. If you are curious about how much your own coins might be worth, take a close look at your 1994 pennies. Check for any unusual markings, check the edges, and pay attention to the overall shine and detail of the coin. If you suspect you have something special, consider having it graded by a professional. That small investment could reveal whether your coin is worth only a few cents or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Remember, coin values are not just about the metal content or the face value. They are about history, rarity, and collector demand. Right now, the Liberty 1 cent from 1994 is proving to be one of the hottest coins in the market. With a current market value recorded at $779,346 for certain rare specimens, it has cemented itself as a true treasure of modern American coinage. At JF Coin, we love uncovering these stories and bringing them to you. Our mission is to show you that coins are more than just spare change. They are little pieces of art, history, and sometimes life-changing investments. So the next time you get a handful of pennies back as change, do not dismiss them too quickly. Take a close look. Who knows, you might be holding a Liberty cent that could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Liberty 1 cent coin, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to JF Coin for more fascinating stories and updates about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the real value of money. Your next great discovery could be just one coin away. The channel where rare coins meet history and value. Today I am going to take you on a fascinating journey into the world of the Liberty 1 cent coin from the United States, a coin that carries not just metal but memories, stories, and unbelievable worth. Many collectors dream about finding one of these treasures, and today we are going to reveal its current value, its history, and why it is considered a crown jewel in coin collecting. The Liberty 1 cent coin, often called the Indian head or wheat cent depending on its era, was a symbol of America's growth and resilience. When these coins were first minted in the 19th century, the United States was going through rapid change, expanding territories, and laying the foundation of a modern economy. Having a Liberty cent in your hand meant more than just 1 cent, it was a piece of a nation's identity. Imagine those early shopkeepers, farmers, and families holding the same coin that today could be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. That is the power of numismatics, the history that turns into value. Now let's talk about the current fascination with the Liberty 1 cent coins in the year 2000 and beyond. Collectors today are hunting these coins with unmatched passion, and the market value has skyrocketed because the demand for rare coins keeps growing. A Liberty 1 cent in pristine mint state, especially with rare dates or mint marks, can fetch unbelievable prices at auction houses. Right now, the market value has shocked many collectors because a Liberty 1 cent has recently been valued at $779,348. Yes, you heard that right, over $750,000 for a coin that was once only 1 cent in value. So what makes these coins so special? The answer lies in rarity, condition, and history. Some Liberty 1 cent coins were minted in very small numbers, and fewer have survived the test of time. Others might have errors or unique features that make them stand out, like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual variations. For collectors, these little details are golden, because they turn an ordinary coin into a once-in-a-lifetime find. The history of the Liberty 1 cent also makes it magical. Coins are silent witnesses of the past. Every scratch, every detail tells a story. Think about how many hands a coin from the 1800s or early 1900s must have passed through. Think about the eras it has survived, from wars to depressions to industrial revolutions. To hold such a coin today is to hold a timeline of America itself. As we enter the collector's market today, auction houses and online platforms are buzzing with activity. Collectors from across the world compete fiercely to own these rare pieces. When a Liberty 1 cent coin shows up in an auction, the excitement is electric. Prices climb higher and higher, and many coins are sold for amounts nobody thought possible. That is why these coins are not just metal, they are investments. Their value keeps increasing, and they offer both history and financial opportunity. So if you have an old Liberty 1 cent hiding in your drawers, your attic, or maybe passed down from your grandparents, do not ignore it. You could be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Always check the condition, the mint mark, and the year. Sometimes the smallest details can transform an ordinary-looking penny into a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors also emphasize the importance of grading. Professional coin grading services evaluate the quality of your coin, from worn conditions to mint state perfection. A higher grade can multiply the value many times. So if you are lucky enough to own one of these Liberty 1 cent treasures, grading can be the difference between a nice price and a life-changing amount. At JF Coin, we continue to explore these treasures because they remind us that history is not locked away in books, it lives in our hands. Every Liberty 1 cent coin is more than money, it is a story, it is art, and it is a piece of America's legacy. Whether you are a passionate collector or just someone curious about the world of coins, the Liberty 1 cent will always stand out as a symbol of value beyond imagination. So remember this, a single cent can be worth nearly $1 million today, but its real worth is in the history and pride it carries. Keep your eyes open, check your collections, and never underestimate the power of a coin. Thank you for joining me today on JF Coin. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of Liberty 1 cent coins, make sure to stay connected with us for more stories of rare and valuable coins that might just change the way you look at your pocket change forever. the channel where we explore the rarest and most fascinating coins from around the world. Today's video is going to be absolutely amazing because we are diving deep into one of the most popular coins collectors are talking about right now, the Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. Specifically, we will be talking about the 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin. You might be surprised, but this coin that most people ignore or spend without a second thought could actually be worth a fortune in today's coin market. Stay tuned till the end because I am going to tell you not just the story and history of this coin, but also its current market value, which has reached an unbelievable $779,348. Yes, you heard that right, and this is the kind of knowledge you do not want to miss. Let us begin with a little history. The Liberty 1-cent coins, also known as Lincoln cents, first came into circulation in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This was a very special moment in American coinage history because it was the first time a real person was used on a United States coin. Before this, coins mainly featured symbolic designs, eagles, shields, or representations of liberty, but in 1909 the portrait of Abraham Lincoln became the face of the cent. This bold move was meant to honor one of the most respected leaders in American history and instantly gave the coin a deeper sense of importance. Fast forward to 2003, the Denver Mint produced the Liberty 1-cent coin marked with the letter D for Denver. On the obverse, or front side, you will see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while on the reverse side you see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been used since 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The coin itself is made primarily of copper-plated zinc, but the true value is not in the metal itself. The value lies in rarity, condition, and the demand among collectors. Now, why is the 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin so special? While billions of Lincoln cents were minted in 2003, only a handful of them have been discovered in flawless mint state condition with extremely sharp strikes, no scratches, and no wear at all. These coins, especially when certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can reach astronomical prices at auctions. Collectors are always searching for coins that are in top condition, with that blazing red luster that makes them look as if they just left the mint. If you are lucky enough to find one of these gems in your pocket change or tucked away in an old coin jar, you could be holding something worth life-changing money. Another important factor is error coins. The 2003 Liberty 1-cent has been reported with certain striking errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, or missing elements. These errors make the coin even rarer because mistakes are not supposed to happen at the mint. When collectors find such unusual pieces, the price skyrockets. An error cent in top grade could easily sell for tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even more depending on how unique the mistake is. And now we come to the most exciting part that you have all been waiting for. The current market value of a top grade 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin is not just a few $100s, not even a few thousand, but an incredible $779,348. That is nearly $800,000 for a single penny. Imagine turning just 1 cent into a fortune. This is why the coin collecting hobby is so thrilling, because you never know what kind of treasure you might have sitting in your pocket or hidden in an old family coin collection. Collectors today are paying record-breaking prices for coins like these, and the demand is only growing. With social media, online auctions, and international collectors all competing for the rarest examples, prices are being pushed higher and higher. The Liberty 1-cent is not just a piece of metal, it is a piece of history, a reminder of President Abraham Lincoln's leadership, and a symbol of America's commitment to freedom and democracy. If you have a 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin, take a close look at it. Check if it is in excellent condition, look for any errors, and if you think it might be valuable, get it graded by a professional service. Do not underestimate the power of a single coin. What looks ordinary could actually be extraordinary. ATJF Coin, our mission is to bring you the most fascinating stories from the world of numismatics, to help you understand the hidden value of coins, and to inspire you to start searching your own collection. Whether you are a beginner who just found your first penny or a seasoned collector hunting for the next big treasure, the world of coins is full of surprises and opportunities. So to wrap it all up, the Liberty 1-cent coin has a history that stretches back over a century. It has carried the image of one of America's greatest presidents, and even in modern times such as the year 2003 minting, it continues to capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. Its current market value proves that even the smallest denomination can hold an enormous amount of worth. Thank you for watching JF Coin. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with other coin enthusiasts. Your support keeps us motivated to bring you more valuable information and exciting discoveries. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And remember, the next time you hold a coin in your hand, take a closer look, because that ordinary coin might just be worth a fortune. The home of rare coin knowledge, amazing coin values, and the hidden treasures sitting right inside old collections and pockets. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Liberty 1-cent coin. This coin has captured the hearts of collectors for more than a century, not only because of its historical importance but also because of the jaw-dropping value some of these pieces have reached in today's market. In this video we are diving deep into the history, the design, the hidden secrets, and of course the massive current 2021 values that make this small coin worth a fortune. By the end of this video you will know why the Liberty 1 cent is not just a penny but a true treasure of American coinage. Let's begin with the story. The Liberty 1 cent coin goes back to the early 19th century, when the United States Mint was experimenting with designs that represented freedom, democracy, and national pride. Liberty was chosen as the symbol of America, and she appeared in several styles over the years. From the early large cents to the classic Liberty head and later the Indian head, every detail of the coin tells a story of growth, struggle, and identity. Collectors love these coins not only because they are old but because each one is a piece of the American journey. Holding a Liberty 1 cent coin in your hand is like holding a time machine that takes you back to a different era. Now, let us talk about why collectors go crazy for these coins. First, it is the rarity factor. Some Liberty cents were minted in huge numbers, but others were made in extremely small quantities. When you combine age, rarity, and condition, you get a recipe for massive value. In today's market, even a common Liberty cent in worn condition can bring you a few dollars, but the real money begins when you find higher grades, rare mint marks, and error coins. These coins can shoot up into thousands and sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on demand and collector interest. One thing to keep in mind is that collectors value originality. If a coin has been cleaned or damaged, its value drops sharply. But an original, untouched, well-preserved Liberty 1 cent is like gold in the eyes of numismatists. That is why coin grading services play such an important role. Professional grading reveals the true condition of the coin and gives buyers confidence to pay big money. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for. What is the current 2021 value of the Liberty 1 cent coin in the market today? The latest collector records and auctions show us that these coins are in extremely high demand. Some of the rare varieties and well-preserved pieces have shocked collectors with record prices. The market value has touched astonishing figures, and yes, you heard it right, the worth can go as high as $779,349. That's right, $779,349 for a single Liberty 1 cent coin in exceptional condition with the right variety. Imagine that, a coin that once was only worth a penny now commanding a price close to a fortune. This is the magic of coin collecting. Small details can make a massive difference. For example, coins with double die errors, rare mint marks like the San Francisco or the Philadelphia strikes in certain years, and even coins with small design differences are the ones that explode in value. Collectors spend years studying these varieties and hunting them down. So if you happen to have old coins sitting in a drawer or inherited from a family collection, do not overlook them. You might be holding something worth life-changing money. The Liberty 1 cent coin is not just about money. It is about passion, history, and the connection between generations. Many collectors tell stories of how they first discovered these coins as children, searching through change, and then developed a lifelong love for numismatics. Others inherit collections from parents and grandparents, and these coins become a living memory of family heritage. The Liberty cent, with its bold portrait of liberty, is a symbol of freedom but also a reminder of how something so small can carry so much value, both emotional and financial. The popularity of these coins in 2021 has not slowed down. In fact, with more collectors entering the market every year, the demand continues to rise. Auctions are seeing record-breaking sales, online markets are buzzing with activity, and private sales are reaching numbers that were unimaginable just a decade ago. The Liberty 1 cent is without doubt one of the most talked about and most hunted coins in the world of numismatics today. So, what should you do if you want to take advantage of this trend? First, educate yourself. Watch videos like this one on JF Coin, read collector guides, and study auction records. Second, check your coins carefully. Even an old coin that looks simple could hide a rare variety. Third, if you think you have something special, get it graded by a professional service. And finally, never underestimate the power of patience. Sometimes holding onto a coin for just a few more years can multiply its value dramatically. Friends, this is why the Liberty 1 cent coin is so powerful, so valuable, and so fascinating. From its rich history to its unbelievable current values reaching over $779,349, it remains a cornerstone of American numismatics. A penny in your pocket could very well be a treasure in disguise. Thank you for joining us today on JF Coin. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories and market updates. Your support keeps this channel alive and helps us bring you the latest coin values, hidden treasures, and historical insights. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next Liberty 1 cent you discover might just make you rich.